Grand Rising Wonderful Souls, and welcome to Bronwen's Cove Tarot. This is a timeless collective reading on what is coming forward. If you are a new face, welcome in. If you're an old one, welcome back. Nice to see you, my lovelies. Now, this is the third time that I've tried filming this. There's been a lot of disruptions. If you hear shouting in the background, it's because there are builders out on the roof working out something, okay? So if I get interrupted, I might need to go and help them with something. Just know it will be for like 30 seconds, but I do apologize for any disruptions that might come up. It is what it is. We've just got to go with the flow, right? Now, I've had a lot of downloads come through, and I mean, hello, lots and lots, but I didn't want to read all of them because it will be like a small novel. So I'm just going to fixate and kind of focus just on what's on here, okay? Now, it says on here, like someone using Hoodoo, Obeah and water magic mixed together. Then I've got Lord of the Rings, the one ring that binds them all. Trying to bind you, all roads or paths closed. But that came up before in a reading about trying to block your path in some way, or using like lots of locks, sticking them into like a candle. Working with a winged beast that wears the mask of an angel. Yeah. Gets advice on what to add to their spell work. I was getting like someone works with like Santa Muerte, but it is, so this is an extra person. This might be who they were going to get advice from, and then I heard, which I wrote down, this time it didn't work, and then the names or the words Tulsi, Tofi and Tolfi, and a crab claw in spell work. So they're using like with their water magic, I don't know if they're using like things from the actual sea to represent certain things. So crab claw in spell work, and then something about the order of the Black Rose. So I don't know if they're part of the Black Rose or if they were trying to initiate you into the Black Rose. I don't know what the Black Rose is, but we're gonna find that out. The rest of what's on here is completely opposite to the first part. And I feel like these are two opposing energies, but they're all interlinked in some way or intermingled, because you found out that the ring had fake diamonds, or the diamonds were so small that they weren't worth anything. A teacher, so I don't know if you are a teacher. I heard someone here is an elementary school teacher, or somebody who is using the Hoodoo, Obeah and water magic, maybe an elementary school teacher. And then there was a set of rules to attract a man. And I'm getting like, you know, on YouTube and TikTok you have like the shorts, and it will be someone speaking over, like a voiceover going, never tie your hair back, it's very unattractive. And then you see the person tying their hair in a messy bun. Always show a little bit of cleavage, and then they put on a massive jumper like this. It's comical in that way, that because underneath it says you don't follow them and still attract loads of men. But it's not just about men, because it could be he, she or they. You're attracting a lot of abundance, of gossip, whether that's good or bad, of attention. And there's someone here who is following a set of rules, and it's supposed to work for them, and it didn't. And I feel like this is linked into this time it didn't work. So you have a section of people who are watching going, oh my gosh, this person's having a glow up. Yay, go, 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 go. And then you have a section of people who are going, how comes they're getting this glow up? Because I followed these rules and I did this, this and this. Excuse me, very burpy. But I'm hearing they followed some rules. Half were following the rules because they wanted, it's almost like when somebody goes, I'm going to do a love spell because I want that person to fall in love with me. But you end up attracting someone who's really narcissistic, or you end up attracting a stalker, or you end up attracting... There's a reason why they always go wrong, is because one, you're binding that person against their will, and two, if you were healed enough, you wouldn't want to bind someone, you'd find somebody who was connected for you. So there's this energy of like, I tried doing all these things and it didn't work, and it's because you haven't healed. And they're looking at you going, but you don't follow them and you still get all of these things. And it's because the rules that you're following are universal laws and laws of loving yourself, okay? Or the laws of loving yourself. You also have someone fantasizing about how to seduce, charm, or flex their riz on you. I hate that word riz, by the way. No, I don't like it. That's a story for another day. But there's somebody here who kind of like daydreams about how they would speak to you, how they would come up to you the first time, how they'd be like, you know, go to give you I saw like a video, and it was like this guy giving a girl a bottle of water, and he drops it, so he grabs her hand, and she looks down to grab the bottle, and they both grab it, and then they kiss. And it's like really childish, kind of, that wouldn't happen in real life, but there's someone here who's fantasizing either about you or you're fantasizing about them, about how you would connect. And this is a way of manifestation, is what I'm hearing. You are manifesting, and look what's on top. I didn't even see that. You've got here Hathor, light codes, light immersion, full system upgrade, and power recall. Someone's reclaiming back their energy. This is heart healing, a lot of heart healing, okay? Pink for the pink, love it. But this is how, I don't know if you realise that if you, when you daydream about the person that you're crushing on, or the person you have a connection with, and they're doing that about you, you're actually calling in each other. You have Mano Chao, the song Me Gusta Tu. I love that song. It's just so upbeat. If you don't understand Spanish, you can always put it into Google Translate. But you've got mixed signals coming up as well. Okay, these mixed signals, there's something about, especially linking it with someone fantasizing about how to seduce, charm you, or riz their flex their riz on you. I will explain the reason why I don't like the word riz. It's because if you take away the R and you put on a J, jizz is another name for, it's another word for ejaculant, and it's too close to the mark. I just don't like it, and I don't know who in their right mind went, do you know what? We've already got 1,000 words for how to chat someone up or to charm them or to seduce them. We need another one, and we're going to go for riz. And then someone else went, that's such a great idea. And then it just became a thing. No. Okay, anyway, that's making me giggle. This mixed signals, I don't know why I'm getting there may be an age difference between you and another person, this person that fantasizes about you. There doesn't have to be, but I'm feeling like for a majority of you there is. And this person, this is either you doing it or they are. Well, especially with that Mano Chao, Me Gusta Tu. There is like this really, I don't know if you are friends at the moment. Like, so if you know each other, if you go to work with each other, or, you know, I don't know, you might go to university with each other, or live in the same area, same block, whatever. If you're seeing each other, it's almost like you're friendly with each other, or you say hello to each other, and then one or both of you are fantasizing about how you would talk to the other one, how you'd ask them out on a date, how you do this and how you do that. But then neither of you are kind of like acting on it. So there's these weird mixed signals of then doubting how you're feeling. And if it's a psychic connection, if you haven't met this person, but you dream about this person is then dreaming about you without doubt. But if you are feeling any kind of trepidation, any doubt about that connection, you're sending that message to that other person, and then they're doubting it and thinking like, is this in my mind? Why am I thinking about someone that I've never seen before? And this is a real direct, I was going to say direct conversation, but a really direct message for someone. You need to warm up your lamps or your voice box before you go and do your speech, or before you go and do your singing, or whatever it is that you do. Stretching, yoga and rest are really important at this time as well. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be kind. Someone needs to wear more pink. Seriously. This is, for me, the message coming through about being kind to yourself is to slow down. Someone needs to slow down. You're rushing. We all have the same 24 hours in the day. We all do. And there's something here about being kind to yourself, wearing colours that connect you to certain root chakras. I meant to say chakras. Someone here needs to wear red, brown, black. Someone, either those are your favourite colours, or someone here needs to start wearing more of those to root you down and ground you. And I heard ground you in gratitude. Ground you in gratitude. I'm going to write that down. Ground you in gratitude. Right now, I am really feeling pink. I'm really, really feeling it, because I'm doing a lot of like heart space healing and heart space connections and so on and so forth. So find out what your colour is. What colour is calling to you right now? What colour do you not wear enough of? Go out and buy yourself a load of clothes. Even if they're only cheap ones, even if you are going to TJ Maxx or TK Maxx, depending on where you are in the world, or Primark. Love it. Absolutely love it. I'm not going to do the other side, because I think otherwise we will be here for years and years and years, and then a couple more years on top. So I hope everyone is doing really, really well. And if you're not, I'm sending you love and kisses and hugs, okay? Everything is temporary, and tomorrow will be better. And I'm sure you're saying, how can I say that? You know, I'm not where you are. I'm not, but I don't have my own home. I don't have my doggo, my fur baby, with me anymore. I went from being engaged to now being single. And I'm not saying that because I want you to go, woe is you, are you okay? I'm just saying that, do you know what? Everything is temporary. Everything is temporary. And just remember as a mantra, I pass every test the universe places at my door. I passed every test that the universe passes at my door, and I am always taken care of. The universe always takes care of me. It always provides me with what I need and more, okay? And there was another reader that I heard, and I was just like, oh my gosh, that is so right. If you do not have that amount of money that you wanted in your bank, you don't need it right now. If you do not have that relationship that, you know, you want or you thought that you should be having right now, it's because you don't need it right now. Okay, the universe puts us exactly where we need to be at the right time, at the right place. I don't know who needs to hear that, but let's crack on. Let's see what else needs to come out. Tell me about this person who is using like mixed. I don't know why I just heard, because I went to say the mixed magic and I heard mixed signals. So I don't know if somebody, whoever it is that's doing this Hoodoo, Obeah and water magic mixed together and then getting advice on what else they should use, is doing it to purposely create a misunderstanding or a misinterpretation of how you're presenting yourself or how another person's presenting themselves. And if you haven't met this person, and this is literally just a psychic connection that you have with them and you can feel them, or you meet them on the astral plane, or you're dreaming of somebody that you don't know and they just feel familiar or like home, there is something here with somebody, like a third party, trying to mess up the connection that you have. That's as good as I can put it. Look, serious star blessings. Yes, proceed, be seen, push through. Now, why did we get this? Because this is to do with communication, okay? This is all to do with your throat chakra. And I think this is why also I kept getting you need to warm up your voice box. How interesting, because you know what? It doesn't have to be to do with singing. There's something, someone needs to gargle water. Your throat is really important at the moment, and I don't know why. Let's find out. Tell me more. Why did we get star blessings? That could literally just be a confirmation. If you needed an answer, if you kind of like were thinking to yourself and you were in a little bit of doubt about a question, and you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna come on YouTube and I'm gonna look and I'm gonna press on that one. And if they say yes, I'm gonna do that. There you go. Just be aware though that my videos are for fun and entertainment purposes only, okay? Only take what resonates, and if it doesn't resonate, it's okay. It's fine. It means that's someone else's message, all right? And you know, you've got to remember that my readings are collective. If you want to have a message that is specifically for you, directly for you, have a look down at in the description box, and you'll be able to find information on how to contact me for a reading. Please remember not to send any money through PayPal or anything like that until we've had a chat. I don't use PayPal for payments for readings anyway. That's just for donations if you feel called to. Now we've got here Venusian Galactic Council, Star Being Guides, answer the call, time to shine. And then we have higher heart activation, it's in reverse, dropping shields, divine love, and your heart is healed. Now that's interesting. That's really interesting, because Venusian, which is all to do with Venus, which is all to do with love, which is all to do with the, you know, I had the feminine wild. You've got a massive yes going on here. Answer the call, time to shine. Push through, be seen, proceed, yes. And then you've got your higher heart. Your higher heart chakra is your 13th chakra, and it is an arm's length away. So if your heart chakra is here and you place your arm out in front of it and go down one, is it down or up? Down one hand, that is where your 13th chakra is, okay? And it says dropping shields, divine love, your heart is healed, and it's upside down. So either you have a question about how you should proceed, or someone here has a question about how they should proceed in matters of the heart, and they are being told whatever it is that they've asked when it comes to heart space healing, when it comes to taking actionable steps for themselves or towards someone else, you're being told to push through, be seen, proceed. And yes, so you may have somebody that wants to come forward to you. They may have been hiding, they may have not have wanted to, if this may be the person who's giving you mixed signals. If you know this person, I don't know why I'm so burpy all of a sudden, I do apologise. You've got inner earth-based chakra. We were talking about the root chakra, weren't we? Base chakra, strength, security, laying foundations. So you have someone, sacral chakra underneath. I like this because you've got inner earth, base chakra, strength and security, laying foundation. This is either to do with someone's pelvis, or it's your pelvis and your hips. And I heard if you grind your jaw, there is a connection between your jaw and your pelvis, okay? I know that sounds very, very weird, but go and Google the jaw to pelvis connection in yoga, because that is going to really, really hit and resonate for someone here. And if it's not that, we were talking about those colours, brown, black, red. Someone needs jasper, or needs to work with jasper. And if they already are, you're being told to cleanse it or it's going to break. That's for someone specific. Cleanse your crystals, especially if you wear like a bracelet or a ring or something along those lines. Cleanse it, because it's going to break, because it's doing its job. But once it's broken, you can't use that anymore. It's done all it can, and you need it right now. For someone else, there is this energy of somebody. It's almost like the Knight of Wands to the, but he's not the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles in one. There's someone here who wants to come forward, and you have definitely got either a blockage or there's mixed signals, and part of it is either you being in doubt about whether you should go towards this person, or this person feeling in doubt whether they should go towards you. There is extra energy of whoever it is that's playing with Hoodoo, Obeah and water magic, who's trying to create mixed signals or create blockages, because I want to read those. Oh my gosh, sorry. Not as flexible as I thought I was. Yeah, someone using Hoodoo, Obeah and water magic, but they're also speaking to someone to get advice on what else they should do. And I kept getting Santa Muerte. They're trying to change something, okay? But whoever it is that fantasizes about you, this person is very stable. Or they've been working through a lot of whatever it is should have made their foundations crumble. It should have made them feel, in the eyes of whoever it is that's doing this Hoodoo, Obeah and water magic, either you should have crumbled, you should have fallen to pieces. They were trying to F up your back. They were trying to do something to someone's back here, or to someone's hips, like their pelvis, and that's irrespective of gender. Does not matter, okay? There was something here, because you look at this card, Inner Earth. Look how strong these columns are, okay, of all of these trees. Look how strong they are, and they're literally, they actually are not columns. They're the roots of a massive tree up here. But when you actually look at it, it also looks like a dude. It looks like anime, like, you know the way that they draw like the dudes. And you've got the chin or the neck. This could be the neck, that would be the head, and there would be the shoulders, and that would be the chest. You have somebody who's very, very strong, or somebody who's been working on inner strength. Now that can be you, or that can be the person that there may be mixed signals with. But this if you've been having, if you've been asking about this person, a person, for example, I'm hearing it could be a job as well, but it's more a relationship with somebody that is either at distance or you're not together, if that makes sense. This person is asking this question, or you're asking this question of whether or not there would be security with this person. Or if you were to go forward, or if this person was to come forward and show themselves to you, would it be a positive outcome? And would it be something that is safe and trusted? And the answer is yes, laying foundations. This is like laying down rooted, I heard comfortable but strong foundations with somebody that you are going to grow with. Whether that be in work, or, but I'm getting more, this is like love and work, or love of work. But you've also got your sacred inner space, sacral chakra. I swear to God. Some people, do you know what? We have these motorbikes that go past, but we have these cars, and like there'll be like 1,500 guys in one car, and like they'll have their music on really loud, like boom, 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 and then they make their car pop, and I just think, small dick energy. It's small dick energy. Sorry, that is my opinion. Why do you need to do that? There is no reason other than to say, look at me, look at my car. But when you've got that many people in the car with you, it's just reminded me of TLC's No Scrubs. It really is. And that came up because yesterday I bumped into a girl I haven't seen in ages, and we were having a chat. We're just standing on the street having a chat, and we saw about 5 of these cars go past, all individually different, but all doing the same thing and like making that pop, 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 pop sound and then putting their music on really loud, and it grinds my gears big time. Be who you want to be, it's fine, but no. Anyway, I digress. You have sacred inner space, sacral chakra, tenderness and sensuality, and it's come up next to Venusian Galactic Council. Star being guides, answer the call, time to shine. This is like like a past life connection of some sort, or there's a connection here between you and another person who may be light workers, or you may be star seeds. There's something here about what you're going to create together, especially with that tenderness and answer the call. This is really beautiful, but I want to know, who is this person in the background playing around with Hoodoo and Obeah and water magic and crab claws and all that jazz, okay? Sounds like they're making a seafood soup, doesn't it? Yeah, you've got Holy Grail upside down, and it says here, inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek, and it's upside down. So somebody here, this is really looking like someone wants what you have. They want the connection that you have. They want that. For some, it's a golden light, because you look at that cup, look at that beautiful cup. Pure alchemy is what I heard. Pure alchemy. I heard that is the secret to eternal youth, is alchemy. It's healing, and it's reminding me of Sekhmet. Sekhmet is one of the first deities I ever worked with. She helped me through some of my darkest nights of the soul. And Sekhmet is the deity. She is the daughter of Ra. She breathes deserts into life. She is both a bloodthirsty warrior and the healing tender hand of a mother. And she will alchemize the pain, the anger, the hate you have into gold, into love, into blessings, into inner peace. And there is this energy of somebody who is rageful. I don't know why I'm getting this, somebody who is rageful, because where I've put this card, this Holy Grail, is right next to the higher heart in reverse. I feel like the higher heart is the connection. It may be a connection for someone here to whoever it is that is your soulmate, or this past life connection that you have with another person, okay, whether you know them or not. And there's someone here who is trying to put a block or a lock, especially like from the last reading, talking about putting locks in candles, trying to attach something to your higher heart chakra, to their higher heart chakra, so that you cannot communicate, or so you cannot feel each other. And I heard all you can feel is depression, or you can feel is darkness. Well, that's quite heavy, isn't it? Well, let's move away and see what else we've got. Interconnectedness, synchronicity, and God instances. I don't know if I've said that right. They can't do that. They literally can't do that. Because if this is your divine counterpart, if this literally is your divine counterpart, you have a connection, you have a cord, an etheric cord that can never be broken. It can't be broken. Which means if you can't break it, if you're doing cord removals and cord, cleanses or cord upgrades or whatever it is that you're doing to kind of like balance yourself out energetically, if you can't remove it, why does this person think that they can? Well, because they are working with Hoodoo and Obeah and water magic, and I kept hearing black when saying Obeah. Obeah is not black magic. Obeah is like any other spiritual, religious, cultural tradition that has both ends. And I only say that because I am part Caribbean. My father is half Bayesian and half Irish, and I wanted to look into my ancestry of what they would have practiced, and they practiced Obeah. And Obeah was actually outlawed up until about 15 years ago in Barbados, literally. And it was taken away because it was a way of faith. Faith brings hope. And you go back to the times of the slave era, that gave them hope. That gave them at least a small sense of peace to still be able to connect to their ancestors through traditions that were passed down to them. And that was taken away and outlawed, so that they were made to feel even smaller. So things like Obeah and Hoodoo isn't black magic either. That's a cultural, traditional, rite of passage, for example. And it's black magic is the intent that's set on it. Okay, if you intend to hurt and harm, to steal, to siphon, to energy harvest, to make other people feel small so that you feel bigger, to make people's businesses fall so that you can take their abundance, then yes, that's black magic. It doesn't matter what culture it comes from. I don't know why I felt like clearing that. Someone needed to hear that. But there seems to be, I want to know more about this Lord of Rings, the one ring to bind them all, and where they got this idea from. Because yeah, look, you got Thoth in reverse. And it says, Thoth light codes, a light initiation, great teacher, awakening, divine magic, and it's upside down. And that makes sense why we got teacher coming out on here as well. And I think that's the reason why I wanted to say about, you know, what is dark magic compared to light magic, compared to grey magic, you know, because people can class themselves as a white witch. I class myself as a white witch. There are people who class themselves as grey and others as black, okay? And those who are grey, from what I understand, and please correct me if I'm wrong, is that those who are grey witches, they walk in between the two of light and dark, and will quite happily continue walking on the path leading more towards being a white witch. But if you cross a boundary of theirs, they don't feel no two ways about hurting you, okay, which pushes them back over to the dark. And it's almost like the comparison of a white witch, a grey witch, and a dark witch is that if a house is on fire, the white witch will try and they will run into the house with a small, even if they've got a small bucket, to put the whole thing out, okay, to help people, get everybody out. A grey witch will quite happily throw the water on there, but if they start getting burnt, they're going to be like, now I'm good, I'm out. The house might still be burning, so what? The dark witch is the one who set the house on fire in the first place. There's a difference, okay? And I feel like we've got a load of, and that's where the Order of the Black Rose is coming in. But I'm getting like really young energy or really childish energy, and I can't tell which one it is. Childish or young. I've got justice upside down. Someone feels like something is really unfair. Really unfair, like why not me? Why not me? Why not me? Nine of Swords to that Eight of Pentacles. Because somebody's watching you, like I said. Set of rules to attract men. You don't follow them and still attract loads of men. Now, you've got to take it in context for what it is that resonates with you. Because, like I said, it doesn't have to be men. There's something... Let me just let that noise and let's go past. It's coming back to this... See, and I lost what I was going to say. It's coming back to this connection that you have with someone. And them feeling like, well, I've done everything. I did everything to keep this person. I had to bind this person and it didn't work. And you've literally done none of these things. You're just living your life or your best life. And this person's head is still turned towards you. And it's because either they don't have the understanding that this is a divine connection, or they do understand it's a divine connection and they don't care. They literally don't care. They don't care. Should I put this one back? So flipping noisy. And do you know what? Trust. Before I've done any filming, from when I got up this morning, it has been peaceful out there. It has been so quiet, you could mistake it for being the middle of the night where everyone was sleeping. And trust, the minute that I start recording, I get builders, same person coming back again. Trust, the minute I start recording, like I said, this is the third time that I filmed this. I had my phone being blown up. Oh, do you mind if we just, if my mate comes over and just put some wire across here? Yeah, of course he can. Calls me back again. Well, we might need to bring a ladder through. Okay, fine, bring the ladder through. Are we done? Yes, can I do my filming? Go to do it the second time, and someone's calling me. Hello. It's almost like, I don't even know what he was asking me. It was something about a warranty for something. I'm not joking. And then put the phone down on me. And then the third time I was like, I need to push through. And this is coming back to, yes, proceed, be seen, push through. This is also just for yourself. If you are finding distractions, if you are getting distractions, if there is something that you're creating, it could be that you're at work and you have like a certain date. Why can I not speak today? You may have like a deadline. That's it. That's the word. A deadline. And you've got to push through and you've got to get this work done. But everyone keeps coming and asking you, can you go and do this? Can you go and do that? You're being told to push through. literally. And I don't know if this is connecting into, especially something to do with like warming up your larynx or your voice box. Open your mouth and tell people no, like a full sentence. Oh, would you mind just, no, I'm busy, I'm doing my work. Okay, because someone here is the office gopher, or used to be the office gopher, and people don't like that this has changed, because you've got here, look at the devil to the Page of Wands. Somebody needs to speak their truth, or someone already is, and you're being applauded for doing so. And as I'm talking, I can feel this side is sore. This side is sore, so that is your right side, okay? I don't know if you find it difficult speaking your truth, or it's uncomfortable. Because I got that, also the message, like a couple of days ago, I just decided I'm not going to film, instead I'm going to sing for 2 hours. Karaoke by myself in my flat. It was fun. But by the end, my whole throat and down here, like literally all the way down here, felt so raw from singing. There's a need for, and that is almost like going from not singing at all to singing way too much, and it's too much on your throat chakra. And I learnt my lesson, and someone here is being told to push through. And I don't mean push through and hurt yourself, or, you know, scream in someone's face if they ask you for help, of course not. But what I am saying is that it's going to feel uncomfortable if you've never voiced your needs, whether that is at home to your parents, if you're still living there, if it's at work when someone's like, here's a load of extra work that you can do for us so that we can go home early and you can, no. Whether it is at you know, university and they want you to stay late to do blah, 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 and you've got other things to do. No, it's going to feel uncomfortable on your throat the first time you say it, but after that, it'll feel so good. Someone needs to do that because they're holding it back, and this is the right side to do with action. Now, this one was stuck in here, and it says, I feel your energy with me often. It's upside down. This is, I'm telling you, that there is someone here trying to block this connection. Tell me, who is this person doing hoodoo? The Star. And then you've got the 10 of Cups in reverse to the Lovers. This is somebody who watches you online, or this is someone who has their own online platform. Okay, this is someone that has their own online platform, and where I've put this is near inner strength and sacred space, sacral chakra. So this is somebody who could have, like, they could be an influencer, or like their job is dependent on, and like them bringing in money is dependent on like whether or not they're still in that relationship. So, you know, you get some YouTubers who are like a family, and there are some that I love watching, like the Scotts. Fucking love the Scott family. I love them, okay? So, for example, they come as a pair. If they were to break up, then that's more or less, that whole YouTube thing, that channel's gone. Okay, and they have, I don't even know how many people watch them, but that is a lot of revenue. There's something here, I don't know if whoever it is that's doing this hoodoo or voodoo has their own channel, or if they have a channel where it's supposed to be with this other person, because you've got the Lovers coming out to the Ace of Cups, yeah, to the Four of Pentacles, yeah. So this person definitely has their own channel, but they're also watching you in some way. You may be a content creator in some way. You may be like me, a tarot reader, or, you know, you may have a channel on spiritualism, or you might not. It literally might be they're watching your social media, but they are definitely watching you in some way, because you've got here the Lovers to the Ace of Cups, and then you've got the Four of Pentacles underneath. This is to do with your relationship, or this is to do with you coming into union with the person you're supposed to, because this is like deep commitment. You are never going to be looking for another person after this person. They are the last person. And I was getting a bit of work, so there's something about you two coming together and what work you're going to create, which is really important. Now, where I'm placing this down, the Lovers, and I didn't realise that they both have their bitchy bits out, so I'm going to have to kind of hold them like this. For some reason, I'm getting that's giving me the energy of Santa Muerte and the winged beast. Working with a winged beast that wears the mask of an angel, and with the Holy Grail upside down. Oh, one of the last readings I did was saying that this person is not looking, they're not looking good no more. They've got like dry, ashy skin, irrespective of race, to be quite honest. Okay, this person is just great. They're looking great. They're looking almost like somebody who has been told that they've got cancer. They've got the diagnosis of cancer, and they're still smoking, and you can see it just being drained out of their skin, out of their color, the color out of their face. this person with the Holy Grail upside down, there's something here about what they're trying to do to your connection through the higher heart chakra and the connection that you have to this divine counterpart. What they're trying to do is to do with kind of like taking your youth. But you know what I'm getting? I'm getting that energy of the dark crystal. And you know the dark crystal, that scarred me as a kid, man, I swear to God. The dark crystal, and the bit where like they're those vulture looking things are actually taking whatever those things are, those cute little elf looking things, and plugging them into the dark crystal and actually taking their essence, literally taking their essence so they can drink it, so they can stay young, right? I'm getting this, but I'm getting that like they can't do that. They're trying to plug in some way, because you've got the Lovers underneath. You have this third party here who is working with some sort of winged beast that has the face of the angel, and it was supposed to drain you of life force, or it was supposed to drain you of abundance in some way, but something went wrong. This time it didn't work, so it was working before. You've got the Ace of Cups in reverse, okay? This was to stop a masculine going towards a feminine, irrespective of gender, because we hold both of those energies. I feel your energy with me often, and it's upside down. There was a lot of root work happening. It was to bring in instability. It was to take away finances. But it's also that energy of who am I? Because our root chakra is all to do with our identity. It's to do with our security. It's to do with how we kind of see ourselves in the community or the world around us that either we've created or the community that we live in, you know. For example, things like when I was younger, I did not have a very strong root chakra because I am, look at the colour of my skin. My dad is light brown. I don't look like my dad. I don't look like anyone on that side of the family. And then there was a breakdown in communication, so I didn't get to see that part of the family either. My mother is from the north of Spain, but I don't speak Catalan. So there is an incongruence in identity, because who do I connect to then? And growing up, I had to find that sense myself and had to work very much on stabilizing my root chakra, which is now very, very strong. But there is this energy of doing the same thing to this masculine and trying to get this masculine, one, to not pour into his own cup. And I'm only saying he because I said masculine. It doesn't mean that he is a he. Please take it as it resonates. But getting it so that he wouldn't pour into his own cup. It's not just about investing into the relationship that you have, but also into the relationship with oneself. Okay, investing in oneself, in who am I? You know, what is my I am presence? When you take away mother or father label, sister or brother label, the label of the job that you do, when you are at your core essence, who are you? Who are you? And this person didn't know for a very long time. Maybe you didn't know for a very long time, and then you had your spiritual awakening. And I feel like this person is going through a spiritual awakening, or has had one, because this inner earth, if this was in reverse, I would say that whatever it is with this Hoodoo, Obeah and water magic, even though it says this time it didn't work, I would have said it would have worked. It's this way. There is strength, core strength coming from this masculine, be that you or the person you're thinking of. This person wants to grow deep roots with you. This person has very deep roots when it comes to their culture, to their traditions as well, in a good way though. You've got Four of Pentacles, so somebody was really trying to control the way that you were seen in the eyes of this person, this masculine, and also in the wider community of whoever was around them. But with this yes, proceed, be seen, push through, you're being seen for who you are. You're being seen for genuinely who you are, and there's something about your voice and your actions, they are very grounded in present, or you make people feel very present, so they stop worrying about what's going to happen in the future, or stop, you know, reminiscing of what happened in the past. You make them feel very present, and I really like that, because look, you've got here the Four of Pentacles to the Star. Someone was trying to control the way that you were seen, but you're too tempered for that. You're too even tempered for that. Yeah, they also didn't want this masculine to invest in you. Look at this, yeah, because you've got Temperance to the Ten with the Ten of Cups in reverse. They were trying to get them to stay either in a marriage or in a business connection because it brought in revenue, or it brought in money, or it brought in something for them to be together, or them to be in this relationship. But this relationship is really, really toxic. It's really, I had out of status quo. What does that mean? Give me, can I get clarification on the Lovers, please? Clarification on the Lovers. They couldn't stop this person from fantasizing about you. And because they couldn't stop this person from fantasizing about you, they can't stop you both manifesting each other, if that makes sense. And if you're not fantasizing about another person, that's absolutely fine, because either this message isn't for you, this part isn't for you, or you made, there was something that your heart desired. And it doesn't matter if you kind of like told the universe that, either through wish fulfillment or through dreaming or through praying. You made there was a wish that you wanted, and this is one of them, okay? So you don't have to be fantasizing about this person, because this person's connected to you, and now they are manifesting you in, which I think is awesome. You've got Page of Cups in reverse, exactly. Exactly, you've got Ace of Cups in reverse, and then you have Page of Cups in reverse. They were trying to get this person to be disinterested in you. And the mixed signals may also have come in because this person at some point may have been swayed, either through manipulation, through some... I'm getting the energy again of a fake siren. This is a fake siren. Think of it, for example, think of the Disney princess Ariel. She's a siren, okay? Listen to her beautiful singing voice, okay? She is a siren. And what does Ursula want from her to give her legs? Her voice. Because her voice is powerful and her voice is beautiful. And when you think of music, no matter what language it's in and whether you understand that language, when there is a song that hits your soul, it hits your soul. Yeah, and for some reason I'm getting Strome. I don't know if anyone listens to him. I absolutely love him, okay? I don't understand French, but his music, it just hits home for me. And some of the songs, if you watch the videos, you understand exactly what it's about. And it's giving me this energy of whoever it is that's been using Hoodoo and Obeah and water magic, they are trying to steal, I heard the limelight, but they're trying to steal your voice because you are a siren, okay? And a siren, as far as I understand, is somebody who just has gravitas in their voice. Their voice is healing, it is soothing, but it can also knock people down, okay? And I heard, so that's why we have to be impeccable with our words. Not everyone is a siren. Not everyone is a chosen person, you know, or a chosen soul. But if you resonate with this channel, then you are both, okay? You may not resonate with those labels, but you have that energy. This person has been... This is what they were doing. This is how they were trying to energy harvest. This is how they were kind of like stealing your energy and rubbing it all over themselves like a body mask, you know, and then being like, oh, I'm your divine counterpart to whoever this person is, you know, and getting them to stay in some sort of, why am I hearing like Betty Boop? This person might try and style themselves as Betty Boop, or they might, I don't get it. Sorry, I just got taken away because I was looking at the Lovers card. The Lovers card is also giving me Devil energy though. I'm getting the Devil card from it as well. Why was I getting the Devil card? Why did I get the Devil card? Strength. No, you got Strength here. I keep going to cover them because I don't know which ones are going to have clothes on and which ones aren't. Look what's underneath. So you've got the High Priestess, and then you've got Strength in reverse. So the reason I was getting the Devil energy from this card, from the Lovers, which I am going to cover, is because it's right underneath the Holy Grail in reverse and the higher heart chakra. So at some point, this High Priestess in reverse, this Dark High Priestess, whoever it is that's doing this Hoodoo, Obeah and water magic, was like siphoning either your energy or kind of like, I don't know how this person was doing it, but it was like if you have like one person here and one person here, and then you have a string that goes between them, okay, and that's their higher heart chakras connecting with each other, kind of like singing to each other, like siren to siren, like I'm here, ah, All right, so they're calling to each other, the soul song. And then you have, oh, not her, I'm not using her. No, I'm not using you. Ugh. Let's use someone else. Let's use, what you got there? 5 of Pentacles, okay? So you've got 5 of Pentacles and then you've got Strength card. Right, so they're calling to each other, and it makes sense because this one is kind of like the inner earth base chakra. This is very rooted, very strong. And then you have over here the 5 of Pentacles. That could be you, you know, very open, very opulent, calling to each other. And then you have this one here who's kind of like stepped in front of your energy, but then it's like they're in your energy, but on the edge of it, okay? Because with this higher heart chakra activation, it's not on your body. It's an arm length away and down. This person is somehow, or was connecting to your 13th chakra, okay? And pretending, like Ursula, to be Ariel and going, oh, and calling to this person over here who's going, oh, you're my, you know, you're my soulmate. Okay, we're over here. And then wondering why they're dreaming of somebody else, wondering why they're having all these problems with this one over here, wondering why there's issues with their money or issues with, I heard, regarding family. And I'm seeing someone like online. It's almost like this person kind of went along with whatever was being filmed to be putting on YouTube or Insta or whatever it was. And then there was this mixed signal. Warm up your larynx and your voice box. That makes sense. You've been singing to each other, you guys. Oh, okay. Higher heart. So for someone here, you need to research where, you know, more about your higher heart chakra. Someone needs to research the 12 chakras, because we don't have 7 chakras. Those are just the common ones. We have something like 114. I think there's more than that, but there's 114 main chakras, okay? And you have major ones and minor ones. You have nadas, meridians. Someone needs to research the 12 or the 13 going up to the higher heart chakra. That's interesting for someone here. Now, why did I get out the 5 of Pentacles? And you've got the Hanged Woman. So this High Priestess has been trying really hard with all of her might to keep this masculine to herself, okay? The thing is, though, the Strength came out in reverse to the High Priestess. She's done it to the point that she's actually lost her own youth, because she's using her own, like, her own source energy, which is like her life source, because whatever it is that she was working with, this winged beast that wears the mask of an angel has maybe shown its true face, and it's like, B, you are not providing me with what it is that you said you'd provide me with, to the point that this masculine is now dreaming of you again. There may have been a time where they tried to block it out. Why do I want to put the Strength there? Why do you want me to put this down here? Change decks. Okay. Look at that. Nearly an hour gone. Bronwen, I love to talk, don't I? Wow. Let's see. Let's see what this masculine feels about you right now, or about this situation. Okay. Ooh, but it says here, I'm really struggling to forgive myself. I pray for you every night, and I dream about you often. I'm making space for you in my life. So why is this masculine struggling to forgive himself? I've put that over the base chakra. Okay, so I don't know. This doesn't mean that they have to have done something. It can also be, especially if I'm struggling to forgive myself. Your root chakra is the place that you hold everything from childhood. All the biases, all those codes, all those kind of like subconscious things that either sabotage us or actually lift us up, dependent on what our upbringing was like, okay? Now, I don't know if this person has always felt like they've had to work really hard, or they've had to hustle really, really hard. They have to provide, they have to provide, they have to give, they have to give, they have to give, to the point of breaking their own back, which makes sense why I said at the start that someone had back issues or something going on with the root chakra. And I pray for you every night, and then I dream about you often. I'm making space for you in my life. And then it says, I want to show you the world. And it says, I sometimes worry that I'm crazy. This is also where the mixed signals are coming in. So this person actually feels your energy and then goes, is this actually real or am I losing my mind? Okay. And I put that over the Lover's card. Right, let me leave that there, and I want to get some clarification before we go. I thought I'd only been talking for like 20 minutes. Wow. Okay. Why is this masculine struggling to forgive himself? What has he done? Or what is it that he feels shameful or guilty for? Please and thank you. Let us know. That High Priestess really wants to get stuck into your energy. You know that. Okay, let's have a look. Now we've got the Eight of Wands. I'm really struggling to forgive myself. But something is about to ground. I don't know why I said it like that. Ground. It's about to ground this masculine very quickly. Reality. I heard a reality check. What's the reality check? What is the reality check? Why did I get the Eight of Wands? Eight of Wands clarity, please. Five of Pentacles is in reverse. So this may be a release of some sort. This may be, this masculine is releasing something. Page of Pentacles to the Emperor, to Judgment. So they're releasing some sort of shame revolving around money. Or it could also be to do with empowerment, because we always think of the Empress as being the one who's empowered, because they've gone through all of those phases of going from, you know, something very, very small, a baby, you know, be that a page, or even smaller, the Ace of Pentacles, and working all the way up. But in all of those groups and all of those suits, be that Wands, Swords, Cups, Pentacles, and they get themselves right to the top. They've gone through all of those to become the Empress, and we all see the Empress makes things grow. But what about the Emperor? The Emperor still is able to make things grow. This person has accomplished a lot, you know, they have that Aries energy, so it's very much about moving forward, you know, especially with that energy of the first card that came through, which was, yes, proceed, be seen, push through, push through. With this being in reverse, I don't know if this person has had to repress themselves quite a lot to fit in, I heard. Now, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, they've had to, it's almost like they've invested in things that they really didn't want to invest in. And then there's the energy of not investing in themselves or not investing in something else. And I heard kindness and compassion, which is why that message, be kind to yourself, has come through, and ground you in gratitude. Okay. The Five of Pentacles is here in reverse. This is literally finding gratitude, grounding yourself in gratitude. So something is either about to happen or has already happened that has grounded this person in gratitude, and it's helped them to release something. I'm really struggling to forgive myself. And then you have Judgment in reverse. This is some sort of negative karma. Maybe they're seeing it, they're going through a Saturn return, and they're realizing that whatever their actions were in the past, if you know this person or not, they're having to take responsibility for them, okay? For the times that maybe they were wilding out, acting immature, you know, sitting in their shadow and acting from it. Whether that is having, you know, anger issues, or arguing, or, you know, going out to the club and drinking and afterwards having fights and stuff. I don't know what it is, okay? And I'm just saying it off the top of my head. Take what resonates for you. Please know that if you're listening to my readings and anything comes up, because my readings are supposed to be confirmation and clarity of what you already intuitively know. If at any point you get confused by it, any messages that come through or it doesn't feel familiar, then that part isn't for you. Please do not make it fit if it doesn't, okay? But there is something here that this person is being humbled by. The Star in reverse. And then you have the Seven of Cups in reverse. That's a reality check. This is something they've kept to themselves, because you've got the King of Swords in reverse. The King of Swords is also to do with law, for me personally. So this could be something they've done illegal. This could be something they've done illegal. Something illegally that they've done. It could have been when they were younger, but they're getting some sort of reality check that is humbling them and making them feel gratitude for what they have, So they may be going through a spiritual awakening of some sort. Maybe you have helped them to go through a spiritual awakening of some sort, because you've got the Queen of Pentacles. This person sees you as the Queen of Pentacles. And you've got gateway to meditation and transition. Yeah, this, wow. Okay, so this person, they see you as the Queen of Pentacles, but they're also seeing there's something about being grateful for the things that they do have. Being grateful. Maybe they've had to sit down and had some sort of quiet contemplation, almost like the Hermit card. Because you've also got transitions here. They may have had an ancestor come through and kind of humble them as well. Because you've got the Three of Cups in reverse. Three of Cups to, what's that there? The Six of Wands in reverse as well. To the Page of Swords. So this is somebody who's been sitting around kind of like not celebrating what they have. And I know that's hard. It's hard to be in the experiences that we are and not kind of go, well, this is happening to me. It might be happening for me, but I'm still experiencing it and it's still shit, you know. But somebody has had, this person has had some sort of epiphany or wake-up call. Okay. Now, why pray for you every night? Clarity, please. Pray for you every night. Because you've got here the Ten of Swords to the Magician in reverse. I don't know if they feel some of the stress that you go through. And for a very small amount, they may have been part of this happening. Okay, so if this person, let's say for example, is an ex, I'm not getting very much ex vibes from this reading, but let's say for example they're an ex, and they did something to break your heart, or left you with loads of debt, or I don't know, crashed your car and then you had to pay for all of it, and it was all written off, and you know, put you in loads of debt, and you're still paying this shit back, and blah blah blah. There's the energy of this. I pray for you every night, of realizing, they fucked up. They effed up, man. And that's sacred inner space, sacral chakra, tenderness, sensuality. This is giving me, I don't know if you may share a child with this person. But this is the Magician in reverse. Magician in reverse is one, negative magic. You know, baneful magic. It can be this. It could be the negative sides of Hoodoo or Obeah, and this water magic that was supposed to bring in. I'm surprised that the Tower didn't come out. You've got Page of Pentacles. All right. I'm also getting like this energy of, especially if I pray for you every night, don't invest in. It's almost like a message coming from your divine counterpart that if you're feeling stressed out or upset, don't invest in it. If you can feel them and you know it's not your energy. It's not even like, oh, I return that to sender, I'm returning it back. No, because if they're your divine counterpart and you have like this fibre optic broadband energetic cord going between you, and you're starting to feel it more and more, it's because you're getting closer and closer to being in union with them. If you're feeling that they're depressed, or they're down, or they're excited, or they're giddy, or they're horny, or they're, you know, feeling sad, whatever it might be, if you don't wish to invest in that energy, you don't have to. And there is a message almost like coming from them saying, when I'm feeling like crap, you don't have to invest in that. You literally don't have to invest in that. You can, why am I getting pray it away? Or you can ground it. Because this is sacral chakra as well. There's something here about connecting with you through their sacral chakra. Don't invest also, this is just a message altogether, don't invest in feeling like woe is me, like I'm in lack, because if you do that, that's exactly what you're going to be in. And I pray for you every night. I feel like this person actually is manifesting you in and dream about you often. And they daydream about you, especially with this someone fantasizing about how to seduce, charm and flex their riz on you. I hate that word, riz. Oh my gosh, it makes me feel so old. The Hermit, this person's coming towards you without a doubt. This person is coming towards you whether or not you have this third party, you know, High Priestess in reverse doing whatever she's doing. Okay, I think that she may have been trying to affect the dream state as well. Tell me more about the Holy Grail in reverse to Strength card to the higher heart chakra. Show us what we need to see, please and thank you. Tell us what we need to know. Tell us what we need to know. Take those two. Okay, so we've got that one and we've got this one. Ace of Wands to the Hierophant. This is higher learning. I don't know why I'm getting this, because do you know what? About a week and a half ago, I had a dream. It was, I know I astral projected, and I went to a school. There was a school, and it was an astral school, and there were ascendant masters there, and they were whispering things to us. They were telling us, they were like, okay, and we were all writing it down, and there were loads of people, and it was like a great hall, almost like Hogwarts, you know, when he first goes in and there's all the candles at the top, and it's massive. It was very similar to that, but it was expansive. It was really big, and this is giving me the energy of you might meet this person, or you may be astrally traveling and connecting with this person in different dimensions. For some, the 9th, 7th, the 5th. This came up before about those different dimensions. But this is where you are learning to either heal, I heard rifts in time, or connections between you from past lives, because the Hierophant is about greater, it's about higher learning. It can also be like great institutions, marriage and stuff like that. I have a feeling also that it's written in, I heard written in the stars, but it's written in your Akashic records that you are to be in marriage with this person. Now, again, if you're, I don't know, a certain age and you've decided you never want to get married again, then that part isn't for you, okay? But you've got Ace of Wands. This is actions. Again, this person daydreams about how they can come towards you. They may even daydream about proposing to you. That's cute AF, man. Yeah, look, the 4 of Cups. You may already know this. And I also get, especially from this card that we started off with, I feel your energy with me often upside down. You may have felt that there is a distance between you and this person. And if you, for example, work with this person or go to university with this person or wherever it is where it's in this physical realm, you may have noticed that there was either like a pullback from their energy in some way. Don't read into it, because we make assumptions and then we set that assumption as being truth, if that makes sense. It's that example that I gave last time in one of my other readings about when you start a new job and you have that one person that you don't realise until later is a right old bee, and they like to stir the pot, or they're a gossiper, but you don't know that because you've just started work, and they're showing you the ropes, they're showing you around the office, and they will tell you about each person, okay? But they are setting the scene and tone and story of a person that you don't know, and you're taking it as truth. That is what assumptions are, okay? They make an arse out of you and me. So you're being told to not make assumptions on why they've pulled their energy back and set that as truth, because we do that a lot. It's like, oh my gosh, okay, so that person was really, really close with me and we were laughing and I could feel that chemistry, and today they're over there, they're sitting over there, not even looking at me. It's got nothing to do with you. It could be that their cat just died, or they're having a bad day. That's the energy that I'm getting from this. Yeah, you know that they're going through some sort of tough time, okay? Especially with this 10 of coins in reverse. The Sun to the 9 of Wands. Ooh. This High Priestess in reverse low-key wants to fight. Low-key wants to fight you. Seriously. Yeah, look, you've got the Sun and the Moon coming out to Temperance. So this person has been hiding in your energy for ages. Oh, stop. I'm now getting it. Oh my giddy aunt. I feel your energy with me often upside down. This High Priestess knows that there has been pullback, that this person has drawn their energy back. They have properly drawn their energy back, okay? Because whoever this Divine Masculine is for you, for this person here, that could be their husband, soon to be ex-husband. It could be their boyfriend, soon to be ex-boyfriend. It could be their business partner who's about to kind of like get rid of them and take them off of whatever projects. Take it as it resonates. But they can feel that this person has drawn away from them. They know that this person is not happy, and also is fully aware that they're not in a 10 of Pentacles energy. They're fully aware that they've either been manipulated or coerced into whatever, and that they're not happy, okay? And I say that also because you have got this low-key catch me outside energy, but you also have the Sun and the Moon. The Sun and the Moon are soulmate connection cards, okay? Divine counterpart cards. They can be twin flame cards, but it doesn't have to resonate with you if it doesn't. But they're both upside down. So this person's figured out that they're not with who they're supposed to be with. And you've got Temperance underneath. Oh my goody aunt, especially as you have the High Priestess here who's trying to hide in your energy, or was trying to hide in your energy. okay? Because your energy is temperance. You've got temperance all over you, baby. Zen, equilibrium, okay? And this person is coming out as the temperance in reverse. They've been seen as a control freak of some sort. Queen of Cups in reverse, exactly. This person is callous. And I've said this before, this is like the energy of a person who would kick a puppy if the puppy was in the way. And kick a baby if a baby was in the way. Seriously. Oh, the Lovers is coming out again. I'm sometimes worried that I'm crazy. This has come out again, yeah. So this is like confirmation that you two are aligned and that this is about a soul connection. And maybe you both kind of feel like that. Like one moment, it's giving me that Katy Perry. You're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no, you're in and you're out, you're up and you're down, wrong when it's right, black when it's white, we kiss, we make up. That's the energy that I'm getting also. You don't really want to stay, no, but you don't really want to go, oh. Right, let's get a little bit of clarity on, you want to take those ones instead, yeah. I want a little bit more information on this divine counterpart. Where's his head at? His, hers, theirs. Where's the head at? I know that you may not feel for me as I feel for you. So this person, I tried to run from this connection, but my soul craves you. See, this person has been low-key falling in love with you. But there's someone else who's trying to control the narrative. Oh, I'm really struggling to forgive myself. I don't know if also they may have had an opportunity before to come forward, and I heard they PUSSE'd out. They kitted out. I'm just going to say kitted out. It says here, I feel abandoned by you, and it is triggering my childhood traumas. And I know that you may not feel for me as I feel for you. So this is what I mean by, I don't know if this mixed signals, if this person either misread something at some point, or if there was an opportunity for this person to come forward, and I heard they flumped it. They flumped it. That's such a cute word. They flumped it. But I feel abandoned by you, and it is triggering my childhood traumas. For someone here, this is a friend. This is a friend who hasn't told you how they feel. But you may have felt there was something there, and then gone, maybe I'm making this up, you know. Maybe they don't really feel like that for me. And they felt the same thing and was kind of like, why haven't they made a move? It's almost like both parties, this is for a select few, both parties knew they liked each other, but didn't say anything. I know what I am doing. I play dumb to keep you confused. Come on. Come on now. Come on. And then it says, I feel overwhelmed. I'm drowning in my own thoughts, and it's upside down. So this person definitely has had some sort of ego death. Something has humbled them and kind of made them appreciative for what they do have. And knowing, I don't know if this person has been researching into like soulmate connections or like, you know, true loves or blah, blah, blah. There's something along this line that's kind of opened them up. I'm making space for you. Yeah, because you know what? Right below, I'm making space for you, is the High Priestess in reverse, the dark High Priestess. And it says, I feel cold and detached from this connection. I can't feel emotions right now. So this person has been trying to control the way that this person emotionally heals. How your divine counterpart heals. But tell me more about I'm making space in my life for you. Oh. For some of you, this person you already know, or this person, this is why they are struggling, because it says, my pride and ego got hurt, so I wanted revenge. I wanted you to hurt too. For others, that is actually the Dark High Priestess. This person, their ego got bruised. I heard, why are you so pretty? That's irrespective of gender. I knew I was losing you, but I didn't do anything to fight for you, and it's upside down. So this person is fighting for this connection, and I feel like there's the energy of, are you fighting for it too? Because you also have, I knew I was losing you, but I didn't do anything to fight for you. One sec, we just read that. And we are living two separate lives, and it's upside down. It's upside down. Why am I getting like movie references, like Sliding Doors with Gwyneth Paltrow? It's like a proper old school film. And what would you like me to take? This one or this one? Both. Okay, I've been told to take these two, and then it will be the end, because oh my gosh, it's an hour and 9 minutes. Like, stop. Okay, so let's see. Heartbroken, it's upside down. Deeply hurt, sad, separation, breaking up, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. So this person has gone through a lot of heart healing. A lot of heart healing. Okay. Now tell me one more for people who are watching right now. Acts, break up, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. I don't know if you've just gone through some sort of breakup yourself, or you're being asked to look at that. That's something that you're being asked to look at, because you've also got underneath the snake, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, and that other woman. And then dragonfly is underneath. So that act is actually giving me that you need to separate some sort of energy, because whoever this woman is, that, or feminine energy that is doing this hoodoo and obeah and water magic, they're trying to play on something within your past when it comes to wounds. Okay. And the thing is as well, competition and enemy, I'm getting this person is closer than you think. This person is closer than you think. But when you heal this, whatever it is, you've got to cut them off. There may be a need to do some sort of cord removal from your higher heart chakra to whoever this dark high priestess is. I heard for some, not all of you, for some. Because afterwards you've got be light-hearted is the first thing that comes up after talking about removing a cord from the heart chakra. Finding out, things come into light, adapt, change and heal. Come on, come on. This masculine energy over here, I feel like there's something about prayer and gratitude. They are actually removing some sort of hook or cord or binding that was put on their higher heart chakra that was either blocking you and them from connecting, or blocking or masking in some way, okay? And it's ending up in divorce. This person is divorcing or moving away from this energy, okay? Union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting, and promise. This person's realizing that they were either, that the energy that they were feeling from this person isn't theirs, or that they were masking themselves in some way. Anything else that wants to come out? Anything else that needs to come out about this? The chaser in a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues, and it's upside down. So this may have been a very codependent relationship. And you also have many options, decision, unconventional, string along, and one night stand. There may have been, I don't know if this masculine was used to having like one night stands or having very surface level relationships. And this is something that, this is part of like, with I'm struggling to forgive myself. This is part of it. This may have nothing to do with you. This is just their healing journey that they're going on. However, this connection they have with you, whether it is distance, whether it is close, whether you talk or not, and it's just an energetic psychic connection, is helping them to appreciate what they do have, and is helping them to set boundaries for themselves of what they actually want in their life. Okay, and I heard they want you in their life. So yes, proceed, be seen, and push through. This person may be making contact with you because it says the relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. This person is moving away from whatever this toxicity is. And I think for the people that are watching right now, what else do we need to know about this? Woo, okay. And you've got addiction coming out sideways, and camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, making memories, and then codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a black restraint, is on its side, and that's on the other side. So you definitely have whoever this person is, who's the high priestess in reverse, has a lot of addictive behaviors. They may be stalking you in some way, and I heard online for some. Or trying to listen into conversations. And I heard with the winged beast, but that winged beast, the thing is as well, that didn't come out that much, because I feel like this is something they were doing in the past, and now it's draining their life force because they can't provide what they said they could provide. This thing it isn't interested in them anymore. Because I had many uses. You had many uses. What else do we need to know? Okay, that is too many. I'll take this one here, and it says, oh, this is Heat Waves by Glass Animals. Sometimes all I think about is you, late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. And this is upside down. All right, and I wanted to put this one straight over on the Divine Masculine's side. So this person this person's gone through deep transformation. Deep transformation. I had still healing, but they're going through deep transformation. Yeah, and you've also got, baby, I'm spinning around the corner. It's tasting kind of lonely. My mind wants to control me. Empty. There's rotten things left in me, injected by society. No one here but me to judge me. Pipe down with the noise. I cannot bear my sorrow. I hate who I was before. I fear I won't live to see the day tomorrow. Someone tell me if this is hell. I've got to escape that void. There's no other choice. And that is by Melanie Martinez, Void, and that was upside down. This person has definitely gone through a dark night of the soul. They're coming out the other side. And I feel like they flip back into it, and then they kind of pull themselves back up again, and I heard because of your advice. Whereas whoever this Dark High Priestess is, they've done too much. They've literally done too much, because it says here, angelic protection in reverse. No weapons forged against me shall prosper. Which is more or less every single one. Every single thing that they're doing is going straight back towards them, because you're literally just following your passion's lead. They're not even supposed to be in there, but those cards have got themselves in there. I didn't see this one here. The truth is hiding in your eyes, and it's hanging on your tongue, just boiling in my blood. But you think that I can't see what kind of man that you are, if you are a man at all. Well, I figured this one out on my own Paramore Decode. This is giving me also, with it being in reverse, and I wanted to put this over here for you, that a big portion of what needs to be healed, or what is being healed from your heart space and your higher heart chakra, is removing the illusion that because you got hurt in the past, and that's irrespective of, you know, gender, because I know it says on there what man you are, irrespective of gender or sexual orientation, there's an encouragement and focus to continue looking at, especially with this camera, and making memories, learning from the past. Okay, is learn from the past, but do not paint the next opportunity for love with the brush from the last relationship. Okay, because part of this is that axe, and what you're actually severing and getting rid of is not just the connection that may be there from this Dark High Priestess who's trying to hook in, but it's also the illusion that because you got hurt in the past, that you're going to get hurt again by this divine counterpart, because this divine counterpart is a soulmate connection or a twin flame connection. Okay, they are not your exes. They are not the people that hurt you before, because those people before, they were lessons. They were literally lessons for you to grow. And this person is as well, but not in the same way. Okay. And you've got here. And it's in reverse again, which is beautiful. And I'm going to leave it after that because I'm so tired. And I am also really thirsty. This is Nash, I Hate You, I Love You, with featuring Olivia O'Brien. I miss you when I can't sleep, or right after coffee, or right when I can't eat. I miss you in my front seat, still got sand in my sweaters from nights we don't remember. Do you miss me like I miss you? Locked around and got attached to you. Friends can break your heart too, and I'm always tired but never of you. If I pulled a you on you, you wouldn't like that shit. I put this reel out, but you wouldn't bite that shit. And it's upside down. Okay, so this is almost like a mirroring that both of you have been healing a lot, seriously. And there's definitely mirroring coming out, because one of the songs that kept playing in my head yesterday, and then I saw it on YouTube, was Timberlake, Mirrors, and I haven't heard that song in ages. Okay, and the bit at the end just says, you are the love of my life, the love of my life. You are both going through similar things, or you have been through similar things. Okay, and there seems to be a fear on both sides of rejection, and that is something that is being healed, or is being encouraged to be healed. Okay, but I'm going to leave it there because we're at 1 hour and 20 minutes. That's the longest reading I've ever done, and I need to go and have a lay down. Oh my god, now I need to eat and have something to drink. And I love you guys. I hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively knew. Remember, my readings are just for confirmation. Anyone that is interested in a personal reading, all of my information is in the description box down below. But with that being said, I love you guys, hearts. Kisses. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.